Hi everyone, Nick here. I'm going to give you some tips on how you can improve the quality of your video content when you are recording in a home and using a smartphone. Let's begin. So the best thing you can do to improve your smartphone video content is actually invest in a couple of extra pieces of equipment. Ideally, you will have a smartphone tripod, which will stabilize your shot, and also an external microphone, preferably a lapel microphone, because it's going to pick up your voice so much clearer. Another option is using the microphone that often comes attached with a pair of earbuds or headphones. The microphone won't be great, but it will still be better than what's on your smartphone. The trick is you will need to creatively come up with a way to attach the microphone to your clothing while still hiding the earbuds. Now, if you don't have this equipment available, my other tips will still assist you, but really these are the best ways to improve the overall quality, is getting some extra equipment. So I would highly recommend doing this. The next thing to think about before you start shooting any video is to consider your location inside the house. Lighting is probably your biggest concern, and I would recommend attempting to use natural light from a window. So try and find a room that has a lot of natural light sources and position your camera in front of the window so you're getting that natural light on your face. The second thing to think about is the type of room itself. Large rooms, like the one I'm currently in right now, tend to have an echo. So if you can, try and find a room that's a bit smaller and preferably has carpet on it. But you really have to make do with whatever is in your house. The third thing to think about is just in terms of noise level. Preferably you want the room and the house to be quiet. So if you have other people living with you or pets, try and get them out of the house while you do your recording so you can keep that noise level down. So when you're ready to shoot with your smartphone and you've set it up in a tripod and tested your audio, the next thing you should do is give the lens a clean. Any type of mobile phone or spectacle cleaner will do. It's likely that the phone is probably got a smudgy lens, and a quick clean will make a vast amount of difference to sharpening the image. The next step is deciding if you want to use the front camera or the back camera of the phone. For most phones, the back camera will actually give you a higher resolution and quality of image. However, you're not going to be able to see your face while talking. So you're going to have to do some trial and error to make sure that you're in frame. Whichever camera you decide to go with, the software of most modern phones should be able to recognize your face and also autofocus on your face. So you shouldn't have to worry about any type of focusing problems. Now that you've set up all your equipment, it's time to deliver your content to camera. The way I recommend doing this is maintaining eyeline directly into the lens of the camera and never glancing away or looking at your notes, because what that does is it breaks the interaction you have with your audience. Now that's really difficult to do for a full 2 or 3 minutes. So you might also like to explore Teleprompter Apps. Now these are great because you can read a script on screen. The disadvantage is you will have to use the front-facing camera of your phone. Another option is to structure your script so there are some sentences that you memorize and you say directly to the lens, and then there's other sentences that you can put overlay on top, which means you can just read a script and you don't have to worry about how you look on screen. Just try and make sure the overlay you're using is relevant to what you're saying. I'm probably using completely irrelevant overlay right now, but you get the idea. Whichever option you decide, when you do start speaking to camera, try and maintain a high level of energy and enthusiasm. It's actually really difficult to do. Right now, I'm in a room completely by myself and I'm literally speaking to a machine. But I have to remember that on the other side of that lens, eventually there's going to be a real person watching me. So try and pretend that there's a person inside the room and that you're communicating with them. Hopefully that means the way you speak and the way that you deliver your lines will be more engaging and more effective for that audience that will eventually watch your video. So once you've finished recording, the next step is to edit your content. I'm going to address that in other tutorials. I hope some of these tips have been of assistance, and good luck with your assignments.